Hello everybody, my name is Salem and welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video, so bear with me. Um, I've decided to go ahead and start a new mod pack. All of this stuff will be down in the description, but I have some goals for this episode. And as you can tell, we're kind of in a new biome. Like I said, I've added a lot of stuff, so that'll be down in the description, but I want to find at least 3 different saplings. I would like to make some stone tools, and of course, I would like to make a bed as well. I do have a starter chest ready, and from what I can see, there is a lot of really nice stuff in here, including a backpack, which I can use for later to put some stuff in. I'm gonna go ahead and snag all of this. We're going to kind of straighten my inventory because I don't know about anyone else, but I have very specific places that I like my stuff, and if it is not in that place, it bothers me quite a bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab these as well. I am definitely not leaving any torches behind. You know, not every torch for themselves. It is all for one and one for all with the torches. I do like to pick up the random flowers just so that I can open some recipes. And if there's any that I absolutely love, of course I will be keeping those, but I'm not head over heels in love with any of these flowers. Um, kind of stinks that I couldn't get the giant clovers, but it's whatever. Let's go ahead and check what these trees are. I haven't really played, I believe it's Biomes of Plenty or something like that. Like I said, it'll be down in the description, so if I'm wrong, I am so sorry. Um, I really don't want to chop down one of these giant trees, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this small one. I do have something called like one key block or one block key or something like that, and it's not like vein miner, which I had originally wanted to get, but it is similar. I can enable it and disable it, um, and then I kind of like this wood, but I don't think it would be very good for building. Of course, I am going to sag this moss because moss is kind of a big thing when it comes to building for me. I really do like the cottagecore style, um, so it definitely suits my builds. And even one piece of moss is heaven sent because all you have to do is bone meal it and it'll spread to any of the dirt that's around it. But since this redwood forest appears to have a large amount, I'm gonna go ahead and snag as much as I can. Um, I'm not using this wood, like I said, so I just want to turn it into sticks so that way I have it for building any tools and stuff like that. Um, yes, I love this like vein mining stuff because I hate how long it takes to break some blocks. And I mean, moss doesn't take that long to, and there went my shovel. Anyway, moss doesn't take that long to break, but it takes long enough that it's kind of annoying. Just like dirt, just like wood, especially stone. I like using the like vein mining or multi-block mining mods. I don't know about anyone else, but I absolutely love the sound of walking on like the dirt and the stone, just like the minor sound additions that are in this game. I haven't really been playing Minecraft that long, maybe just a couple of years. And to be honest, my first couple of years I played mainly in taking that, mainly in oh yeah, sorry if there is any minor lagging. I'm not on the best computer, but I had to sell my old computer a couple years ago, and I just decided to kind of come back into it a little bit. Um, so yeah, there's going to be a slight lag, but um, what was I saying? Oh, I used to play creative for the first couple of years, and then I decided that I needed to try out survival, you know. This game is really meant to be played in survival, so I went ahead and switched over. And if I'm being honest, I have never been in the end, even in creative. I have never defeated the Ender Dragon, even in creative. um, and I don't think I've ever even found a stronghold. And now they've got this new stuff like the trial chambers and the deep dark and stuff like that. So I've never got to interact with that kind of stuff either. So hopefully in this series it'll be kind of like fun to try new things. I do want this world to be my forever world, so I'm crossing my fingers that nothing will happen. I don't have it in like hardcore or anything. So hopefully it won't disappear, but you never know. I do have it backed up to a couple of places, but again, you never know what could go wrong. So our goal is for this to be my forever world. I have seen that becoming quite popular, and it's really intriguing to think about. Like, I know some people never delete their worlds anyway, so they become forever worlds in a way. But for this one, it's like a way for me to experience the game in a way I've never experienced it before, which to me is just something special. Pear, heck yeah. Okay, so I really I don't remember what mods I have completely added, if I'm being honest. It's also why I'm saying they'll be in the descriptions because I myself do not know 100% what I have downloaded. I do know that I have Farmer's Delight on here, and I believe that I got it all off of curseforge. Um, and when I clicked on Farmer's Delight, then I just kind of looked at other suggestions, and there was things like cuisine delight, fruit delight, ocean's delight, nether's delight, in delight, and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just download these all because I really like the detail and the oh, I don't know how to say it. I have ADHD brain, so sometimes the words just aren't there, but it's got a bunch of different options, and I like that because it gives me the opportunity to use like one ingredient and it makes like 20 different things, and it's so fun to me, especially because some of them are like super cute. But like, come on, like a pear tree, that's really cool. And I believe there's like a mango, orange, peach, um, and some other stuff. There's like different melons. There's different vegetables that you can find, different fish. So it'll be really fun to be able to go through and just cook a bunch of stuff. Um, my another like long-term goal I think would be probably to make all of the food. I think it would be really cool, but that's definitely a long-term goal. Um, some of my main like if I'm playing this world long enough, I would like to defeat the Ender Dragon. I would like to have full netherite tools and armor. I have never done that either. I would like to have an elytra. I, again, have never been to the end. Excuse me, so I definitely have never had an elytra. It looks really fun. A lot of the people that I watch that play with it really enjoy it, so I kind of want one as well. Like I said, I would like to cook every meal. I would also like to have every villager type and have those villagers be at master level. I've also never done that. Um, I've trapped villagers in their houses, and that's about as far as it's gone. I've never built them homes. I've never like done specific trades. I've never gotten them to master. So I want to have some fun with that. I would honestly like to find a village and go ahead and completely demolish the village and then completely rebuild it in the way that I want, in the design that I want. And then each place um, would be a villager type, and then I can have my home in the village as well, and I can add fun things like really cute animal pens, cute farms, little additions here and there, like maybe a flower garden or a water fountain or anything like that, and just have some like freedom with the design of the village. Um, let's go ahead and ooh, I need some wood. I'm gonna go ahead and make my bed, and I guess I can cross that off my list of things to do. I'm pretty sure I have definitely gotten at least 3 tree types as well. So all I need to do is to go ahead and get all of my stone tools. But for now, we're going to take a sleep because I do not want to deal with mobs for my first night. Um, mobs aren't terrible. I can somewhat handle the zombies. I don't like that they're all over the place, that they find you from really far away and that they gang up on you. I think it's quite rude. Spiders are really easy, honestly, besides the fact that they jump a lot, so sometimes you miss them completely. Um, and then obviously everyone hates skeletons, but creepers are definitely the worst. So I don't want to deal with any of those. Um, I don't know what mod has added this little green dude. Pretty sure he's called like a whirl sprig or something like that. He's really cute, and I know that you can not quite tame them, but I believe you could trade something with them to get like a token and use that token to summon one. I'm not 100% sure. I have seen other people play them, like play with that mod. I believe there's also something that looks like a little squirrel. There's something that looks like a little, almost like a druid. He's like a little itty bitty thing. It's almost like a gnome in a deer costume. Is kind of the closest thing I can say to describe it. They're really cute and they're really sweet and they dance around and they're really just, I want some. I think they're called like Dragonese or something like that. Um, but super cute, and I'm really excited to have some. Um, I do know that I added, I think it's called ours new something. I'm not 100% certain. Which you will hear a lot that I am not 100% certain on stuff. I should probably keep stuff in a notebook beside me when I do these recordings, but it's kind of fun not knowing and just being surprised. Um, but yeah, so I downloaded that and I can't remember exactly, but I believe it's almost like a magical building type mod. I know that there's specific trees that you use for it. There's systems that you use. There's bosses you can summon to the world and fight. There's things that you can tame, all sorts of stuff like that. So, um, yeah, but we'll get to that eventually. At first, I would just like to really focus on finding a place that I want to homestead, just because exploration's really fun as long as you have a place to come back to drop off all the stuff that you found. Otherwise, it's not as much fun because you run out of space really quickly. Even with these backpacks, you still run out of space really quickly. So I do want to find a place to land. Um, yeah. In case you are wondering, this is in fact a voiceover. I'm not speaking at the same time that I am playing. I did record this episode like a couple weeks ago, I think, or a week ago, something like that. I'm purposely giving myself at least a week in between voiceovering a video and recording it, just because some of the reactions that I'll be giving you on the voiceover will be more legit. Like, if something scares me, I'm not going to pretend to be scared for the video, knowing that it was coming up. To be honest, I don't remember recording any of what I am watching right now. So, yeah, it'll be like we are watching it for the first time together, and this is just my honest reactions to it. Um, I thought it would be more authentic that way, more fun that way, and it also won't burn me out as quickly. I, to be honest, one of my biggest fears about, ow, one of my biggest fears about starting this recording and starting this YouTube was taking a game that I love to play and enjoy playing, and I love watching people play, and forcing myself to record it and work on it and eventually getting burnt out on it and not wanting to even play for fun anymore. So all of these recordings are done um, well, I've just been playing for fun. Like, I'm not sitting down and going, okay, let's record for YouTube. I'm sitting down and going, okay, let's play Minecraft. Make sure you hit the record button. And that's what's happening. And then I'm giving it a couple of days, going back in and going, okay, well, let's edit these videos in between my essays and my study time. And yeah, and then I'm editing the videos and I'm going, okay, cool, they're set aside. I've got a couple of them, lined up. Let's go ahead and do a voiceover in a couple of days. And that's what's happening. Um, so most likely you're gonna get this video pretty much a couple weeks. Sorry. I should really mute my phone when I'm recording. But anyway, you'll be getting this video probably a couple of weeks after I've even done this voiceover, just because I want to give myself that opportunity to have a couple of these recorded and um, edited and voiced and all of that just lined up, so that way I don't feel as rushed or stressed or anything like that. I can just kind of be like, yeah, I have 5 or 6 episodes already done and ready to go. I just have to upload them. But I'm gonna do one at a time, and that way I'm always ahead. Um, but we'll see how that goes. I'll keep y'all updated on that. Um, I don't know if I'm talking too much about random things, but I feel like you know people come to YouTube to watch these things and just relax and have them in the background. I feel like Minecraft videos aren't really videos you just sit down and stare at the TV for the entire time, or stare at your phone or your iPad or whatever. You kind of just have it playing while you do chores, or while you study, or while you do self care, or whatever. Cooking. My biggest thing is I'll have the videos playing in the background while I study, or while I'm playing myself. That's kind of what I'm wanting these videos for. Just something to have playing in the background. Don't put too much focus into the dumb things that I'm doing on the screen, such as falling in holes or getting killed over and over again. So, yeah, I'm suggesting that you watch this in the background, not because I'm a terrible Minecraft player, even though that is definitely true, but because that's the type of videos that I'm wanting to make. So, I want them to be more of like a chat vibe. Um, Something where I can express my thoughts and talk about my life and just spill everything that's been on my shoulders. And of course, I really encourage that you comment as well. Any thoughts that are in your head, any answers to some of the questions I've asked. Just tell me about your day, even. Because if there are comments that give me the opportunity to chat with you in my next videos, I will definitely be answering those comments. It gives me something to talk about, gives you something to listen to, and I just want it to be a very relaxed, chill place to be, I guess. I debated doing some long plays with minor commentary, or just doing like the silent long plays, um, or even doing long plays with this type of commentary where I just chat your ear off. If you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see, just go ahead and drop them in the comments below, and just kind of let me know what you would like. Um, if there's a specific build that you would like to see, a specific animal or a dish or anything like that, don't hesitate to let me know. Um, but anyway, I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself while we kind of explore this land. Um, I am 26 years old, female, obviously. Definitely do not have a masculine voice, but my name is Salem, like I said at the beginning. I own a beautiful orange cat. His name is Pumpkin. Yep, very original. His mom was this gorgeous tortoiseshell, and we named her Autumn because we found her around the fall time and she looked just like the autumn leaves. So we named her Autumn. She ended up having 4 kittens, 3 tortoiseshells, and the orange. Well, he's a red tabby, but he's pretty much orange. But we named them all like autumn themed names. So the three girls were the tortoiseshells. We had Eve for All Hallows Eve, but we called her Evie. We had Maple because she had a little orange dot on her forehead that reminded me of a maple leaf. And then we had Cider, obviously for apple cider. Um, and then Pumpkin. His was probably the easiest name to pick. Man, I literally just said I was going to mute this phone. I'm about to do it. I am actually muting my phone. Once I figure out how to mute it. Okay, there we go. Um, oh, right. I was talking about the kittens. But anyway, so we kept Pumpkin and we rehomed the three girls. And then his mom ended up getting out and running away. But we do know that she is with a family down the road and seems to be happy and healthy. So we have left her to her own devices to stay with them just because she obviously wasn't meant to be a part of our household or she wouldn't have gotten out and ran away anyway. Um, we do have her son. He is an absolute ball. I love him. He's amazing. One of the best cats I have ever owned, and I have owned plenty. Um, he's super cuddly, super playful, very smart. Honestly, easily trained. I've trained him in a couple of ways. Nothing crazy like tricks, but he definitely knows things like cuddle and go to bed. He um he listens quite well. If he's doing something he's not supposed to, you just tell him no, sir, and he usually backs right off. You don't really have to yell at him for much of anything. He does know what toy is. He fetches. He knows the words for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He also knows the word for treats. He's quite lovely. And then his dad is currently outside. He's extremely skittish. We just found out like 3 or 4 months after Autumn got out that he's been living in our garage. It's kind of a covered garage, so it's not really attached to the house or anything, so he has easy access in and out. There's plenty of mice out there, so we definitely keep him around for that. And also because I would really like him to love us in the way his son does, and when we move, maybe take him with us. We'll see. Like I said, he's very skittish, though he does let us pet him now, so that was exciting when I was able to touch him for the first time. It did take a couple of months. I think it was about 4 or 5 months of work for him to get to the point where he was comfortable enough to be touched by us. He is still to the point where you can't pick him up or anything like that, but he doesn't at least run away from you. If he sees you, he kind of just runs to his food bowl and assumes that you're going to feed him. But he likes to sleep right outside our bedroom window so that way he can see us at all times, and it's absolutely adorable. But yeah, so I officially have all of the stone tools that I said I wanted. So that is our three goals for this episode, which is amazing. I love how quickly we were able to do that. It only took us like 2/3 roughly in the episode to do it. So I would say that is a major win. Seeing as how I didn't spawn right there against a mountain or anything, I would say that's, very good progress. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these copper pieces just because I would like to smelt them and make I believe it's a lightning rod, just so that way when thunderstorms happen, if I'm not going to bed right away, I don't have to worry about my stuff catching on fire. Um, because that would really stink with all of the work that I'm going to be putting into the village that I will be living in. Hopefully we find a village. I didn't really check out this world before I spawned in it, so for all we know, there isn't a single village in this seed. Fingers crossed there is, though. Um, if this video does officially get posted, which it's recording just fine. I'm not upset with it, so as long as the voiceover works and all of that and it uploads just fine, it should definitely be up for you guys. Um, and obviously, if you were listening to this, it did get uploaded just fine. So, um, yes. So, fingers crossed that there is, in fact, a village in this world. I will go ahead and post the seed. That's what I was trying to say. See, my brain goes all over the place. I will be putting the seed down in the description below as well in case you want to play on the same world that I am. Um, yeah, I, like I said, this was just a random seed. I did have a list of seeds that I wanted to test out. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're going to choose a seed that's really cool. That's got a bunch of structures, that's got some fun cave systems and mine shafts and stuff like that. But I just decided that it might be more fun to just have a random seed because then I don't know what I'm going to find. It kind of forces exploration. Whereas if I got a seed that had a bunch of structures and, a bunch of cave systems and I kind of knew, oh, excuse me. Sorry, my coffee is still kicking in at 11 o'clock in the morning. I did not sleep well last night. But anyway, going back to the exploration, if I kind of roughly know what is around, I can kind of go straight to those structures or straight to that cave system or that mine shaft. And it skips over the enjoyment that comes with not knowing what is around and what I will find. Um, so yeah, that was one of those trees for the R's mod. They're called, I think, archwood trees. They're really cool. There's, I think, 4 or 5 different kinds, which we'll dig more into that when we jump into the R stuff. But I would like that to be a whole separate episode or a couple of episodes of their own, just because there is so much work that goes into that mod itself. Um, so my goal for these is to be roughly 40-ish minutes. We'll say 30 to 40-minute long episodes. If for any reason you guys decide that you do like the sound of my voice or you do like the way that I play, and decide that you want longer episodes, just go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I will be more than happy to record for longer, seeing as how I play for 3 to 5 hours at a time. And usually in an entire day, I will play between 5 and 8 hours. I just spread it out throughout the day. But if you would like longer episodes, just let me know. I will gladly record my entire 3 hour play session and send that out as a long play if need be. Um, but yeah, so I think I'm probably going to be posting a couple of different um, series, I guess you could say. I think I'm going to be posting this one, obviously, that is for my Forever World. I think I'm going to go ahead and also post a Cottage Witch series, but we will see. I need to test it out on my computer and make sure that it doesn't lag too bad, and if it does, I'll have to find something else to do or take out some of the mods that are in that mod pack. Um, Really weird that the onions come with flowers, but the other plants don't, especially because I don't even like these flowers, but whatever. We'll just toss them. Toss the stuff in the ocean that we do not want, or in lakes or rivers. In Minecraft, littering is fine, it disappears into the ether anyway. But I would like to also possibly upload some Sims. I absolutely adore Sims 4 and I've been playing that since it released. I don't have all of the packs that they have released, but I do have a majority of them, and I would just love to try some of the challenges, such as like the Black Widow challenge or the Legacy challenge, or anything like that. I've never tried and completed a challenge before. I've like tested out some of the gameplay with some of the challenges, like the Legacy challenge. I think I played like 1 or 2 generations and then I was like, okay, yeah, this is fun, and sold my computer and stopped playing. So I think I would like to get back into that. If there's any other games, I also have Ark Survival Evolved. I do not have Survival Ascended yet, but maybe eventually we'll see. I do have Evolved though, so I would gladly play that. I think that is my number one favorite game, followed very closely by Minecraft and then Sims. So if you would love to see Ark as well, by all means, drop it in the comments. If there's any other game suggestions that you have that you want to see, I know I also have like Raft. I have Drug Dealer Simulator. I have Streamer Simulator, which are also some games that I have tested out but not truly played. I've also been looking at other games such as Demonologist. I have Phasmophobia. I've also been looking at, I believe, I'm not quite sure what it's called, but Markiplier, Bob, and Wade played it, and I think Mark posted about it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I saw him play it, and it seemed really cool. It was kind of like a drug dealer simulator style game. So if you'd be interested in that, just let me know. Um, but yeah, I'm just open to really anything. I don't really have a specific game style that I prefer, so any game I'm down for, just let me know and I will look into them and kind of decide if there's something I want to try. Not gonna lie, I paused the voiceover for a bit there and stepped out. My allergies were getting the absolute best of me, and it was starting to become really hard to speak. But also, there are like three cardinals fighting over the bird seed that is in the bird feeder right above our window, and they're like slamming into the bird feeder and it's hitting the window. So I apologize if you have heard it or are hearing it. They kind of calmed down a little bit. I scared them away just a little bit, which I hated doing, but they can go over to the other bird feeders because that was a little bit much. Um, but yeah, so I am gonna grab these lemons because I love lemons, and I know that I think you need like lemon slices for some stuff, so it'd be nice to have these. Um, see, I told you I love lemons. But I would also really like to have, like I said, all of the fruit, all of the vegetables, all the meat, everything you can have because I would like to cook everything. So, um, it's getting kind of dark. Oh, that was the little squirrel thing. I just walked right past that without even looking at it. That's the little squirrel thing. It's a starbuncle, I believe is what it's called. Not gonna lie, I have been here and there focusing on what my gameplay is. So I'm really sorry if this is all over the place, and if you guys don't prefer this, just let me know if you want me to focus more on the game and less on life. Just give me your feedback. Do I feel like I'm going to focus 100% on the game and not talk about life whatsoever? No, like I said, ADHD brain, I will bounce around. Whatever pops in my head will come out of my mouth. Um, but yeah, but I think they're called starbuncles. And I think, if I remember correctly from Creo's videos, I think you give them a gold nugget and then they drop like a charm and you can use that charm to summon them and then they help with your like gardening. That's really cool. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. I'll work with those obviously later when we work on the R's stuff because I'm pretty sure they're a part of that mod. But yeah, what did I get? Kiwi sapling. Heck yeah, I love kiwi too. Um, I'm not sure how many fruit trees there are. I am gonna have to do a little bit of research, but we'll do that obviously closer to when we have a home. Um, I You can see the ADHD brain working in game in real time. I don't remember what direction I was running in, so I don't know which. I think we're gonna go this way. We're just gonna go this way. Yep. And of course, very Salem-esque is dropping out of a tree and injuring yourself. Um, let's just say fall damage is something I deal with on the daily in this game. I'm also getting extremely laggy, and I'm unsure why. If I was to guess, it's probably that little cave system, but I'm not 100% certain. Um, Also, I don't like spiderwebs. One, they trap you, but also in real life, they are just not something I like walking through. So, yeah. Um, I think, yeah, I was pretty sure it was gonna start getting really laggy right there. Um, ooh, well, I do really like those maple trees, and I can't remember if I grabbed those saplings or not. I better have, because if I didn't, I'm gonna be kind of upset with myself. And you can see that little lag there again. Ooh, yeah, extremely laggy. Also, call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure I see a waystone right there. I'm gonna put it out on the screen as well for you, but I don't know why I didn't see that. I will be writing these coordinates down and going back and getting that. I can promise you that. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end the recording here just because the lag is getting a little bit much for me. So if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.